Dungeons and Dragons Encounters at GrandLan Gaming Center. We had our fourth session last night. One of our players returned again. He's been at the last 3 sessions now, I believe. This would have been his third, I should say. He was playing a Warlock again. We had a returning person from last week who only made his character last week, and he was a Druid. And then we had a new player who just liked to be referred to as the Dude, playing a Barbarian, Dwarven Barbarian. So anyways, the game kicked off pretty much where we left off last week, where the players had come up with a brilliant idea to get some people out of town and stage it as though it was a Black Hand incident. Well, due to two of the players not really understanding much about what was going on, we decided to fast forward. The one player who was involved in the incident last week, helped take care of what needed to be done, and then returned to the town by himself and went to the tavern where the Dwarven Barbarian was buying everybody drinks, had befriended this Druid who was also in town for similar reasons to look into this mystery of the Black Hand. And as they were doing this, they ran into a girl named Cheyenne in armor. She was in gold and white armor and was a cleric. GM PC, in case you guys are curious. And she was investigating this house of one of her former church members and why they went missing. So the guy that they staged the missing thing with, she ended up deciding to look into as well. So anyway, she told them information leading to their journeys. She explained that, they had been investigating for some time as well through the church, and that she had seen and heard of zombies with their arms severed at the elbow to the northeast towards the mountains, and said that there wasn't a path that goes that way. And so they would probably have to go off the path. Now, she pulled out a map, they looked at it, and the Warlock recognized that they would have to cross a river or a stream or a creek of some sort, and that creek attached to the same river, stream, or creek that they had fought a bunch of bullywugs in previous sessions. So he advised everybody to proceed with caution. Now, as they got up to the water, they decided to attack a bullywug. As they attacked the bullywug, other bullywugs popped up. They were outnumbered by, I think, 12-3, so 1-4 ratio. And they still fought them. After a couple rounds, they realized they were getting their butts kicked and decided to flee, go down the creek and cross, and then camp for the night. While camping right beforehand, they did find a zombie. They took it out, no problem. It just showed them what they already knew, basically, and that was that these zombies have their arms severed at the elbows. They're not very tough to fight, but yeah, I mean, they can deal some damage when they hit. So anyways, they finished their journey, went inside the cave where they got into a fight with a giant scorpion. The giant scorpion at one point dropped the Druid, dropped the fighter. Cheyenne used Channel Divinity, brought them back up to about half hit points. She was the cleric of life. And they managed to finally beat the scorpion after a really tough battle. Then they proceeded into the dungeon where they found that there was a room with 4 zombies chained to the walls, and there was a fountain in the middle of the room. Now, they stood back, destroyed the 4 zombies with ranged cantrips, and proceeded. Found a room with a red gemstone that the Druid had to dodge a couple of attacks on him from this laser beam from it, but managed to get to it and pull the red gem out, and no more laser attacks. Then they fought more zombies, I think 3 or 4, before advancing to the final boss battle. Now, the final boss battle had quite a few zombies. I think you had, oh gosh, at least 5 or 6 maybe. I could be wrong, but about 5 or 6 zombies. And then it had a spellcaster in chainmail, and it had another guy in chainmail who had a maul. Now, right off the bat, the zombies attacked. The players went at it. I mean, it was good. The numbers game was fun, and then the guy with the maul came up and started doing some damage as well. The Druid dropped, I believe, 3 different times in this battle, maybe 4. The Dwarf Barbarian dropped twice, I believe, in this battle, in a total of 3 times the whole session. Luckily, the Cleric brought them back a couple times, and they were able to finish the fight. Now, they beat all the zombies and everything, and afterwards they saw a chest. Well, before they beat the main spellcaster, they saw a pedestal, or an altar, I mean, with a plate on it that was also made of the same material as the altar and attached to it. So what they did is they put the gem on it during this last fight, which put a light from the gem through the ceiling. There was a hole in the ceiling, and they don't know what happened or where it went or anything like that. Now, they beat the spellcaster guy. They found out that the maul on the one guy was magical, and it's a +1 maul at night, which is very similar to a weapon I gave my other party. And then they saw a chest. They had 2 holes in the front. And they were very skeptical of this chest with 2 holes in it. So they started hitting it, and when they finally hit it, it came to life. It was a mimic. The mimic managed to get some good shots on the Barbarian. And then on one of its turns, it opened its mouth and spewed out crawling claws. So 12 of them to be exact. Those things outnumbered everybody and were able to get some attacks on people and do some damage. But ultimately, they wiped the floor with all these things. So it was a good combat. It was a lot of fun. They loved the one player who's been playing for the last few sessions. When he saw that I made these crawling hands or crawling claws come out, and he made the connection that they were from the zombies, and that's what was happening when people were missing, he loved it. Like, he just was beaming. It was like, oh, that's good. He also found out after they killed some of the hands, because they didn't kill them all. In fact, the cleric used turn undead and they fled because we were running out of time. So I did kind of fudge a little bit. But either way, he did... they did notice that there was black tarry stuff on the hands, which they could make the connection that this is how they were putting the handprints on the doors of the people going missing. So yeah, the people will go missing. Basically, their arms were cut off, and the hand was used to make the black handprint. So yeah. Anyways, so that was it. Again, everyone seemed to have a good time. The new guy playing the Barbarian said he had a blast. Will definitely return. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. Our Warlock guy said he's having fun. He said he'll return. And so next week, I believe we're going to start running the Encounters as is. And then after Encounters, I'll probably continue this campaign with anyone who can stay after 9 o'clock to play this. And so we'll play 2 games on Wednesday nights. So anyways, if you're a player in that game, I just want you to know I appreciate you guys playing. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun. And if you are in the Grand Rapids area and want to come on down, I'd appreciate it if you did. I think you'll have a good time. Like I said, we will be playing the actual D&D Encounters, I believe, starting next week. If not, it'll be the following week. Just waiting on certificates and things like that from Wizards of the Coast. And then after that, if you can stick around, we'll play the continuation of this campaign, which I will continue to give recaps on this campaign on this channel, and I will call it Encounters. I don't want to do any spoilers about what's going on in the other thing, so I will not go into detail. I might just briefly touch on it to start these videos and just say, hey, we played. You know, we had this many people. It was a lot of fun, yada, yada, yada. So anyways, once again, I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to leave your comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Please like this video and share it with your friends. I always look forward to getting feedback from people. And yeah, so that's it. This is Tabletop Gaming with Juice. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.